Okay, I'm doing a second video because the other one video was getting way too long, and it's quite important what I'm saying. It's quite important what I'm saying. So I think I don't know what's I don't know when people are going to start talking to me, and I know whenever I make date setting, whenever I do date setting, I'm always wrong. But people need to come to me. I actually saw a video actually about a party where someone got invited to, and they were given like a really expensive envelope came through their door, and then they were told to go through several different rooms, and they were kind of tested. To be honest, I think the whole thing. I don't know if I necessarily believe it. The guy seemed like a YouTuber who just wanted extra people to watch his videos and stuff. So it kind of felt like he might have made the whole story up. He said that he spent 200, £100 on getting a tuxedo, and that it happened a very long time ago. And then started making out that in the room that he left just before, all his friends were doing like horrible things, and he saw it on a camera. And I don't know, but it seemed pretty. It was a nice story to hear actually. It gave me a bunch of ideas for things that I would love to do. I'd love to have a friend, but for me to choose like the right friend, I'd have like a bunch of people enter the house and then have loads of different tests, and I could kind of set tests and then say, if they do tests that would indicate if they're a good or bad person or a trustworthy person. If you drop £100 on the floor, what would they do with it? But at the same time, if I found £100 on the floor, I'd probably keep it. So I can't. I have to do a test I know that I would pass. An idea for that actually would be, if you like got some babies, or if you got like a lamb that was from a farm and was about to be killed, because the farmer wanted, he kills and sells meat, and if you actually got that person to like press a button and kill this goat, in the same sort of way that a farmer would kill it, to see, like, to do a test and say, would they do that? You would expect they would do it. Why? Because this goat, it was on the death penalty. He was going to die, and that is unfortunately what goats and meat is for. They live a short life probably, and then they die, and you eat them. And therefore, there's nothing wrong with killing them. But then, after doing that test, take them into another room and show them a baby, like a brand new baby, and say, "Here's a gun, kill the baby." And of course, it won't be a loaded gun; it'll be all fake test, and to see if they actually are willing to kill that baby. And yeah, and say you can show them a check or something, a check that has like £1 million on it, so you can keep this check if you kill this baby. And see. I would love to do a test like that. It's pretty cruel, and of course the gun won't be loaded. It might not even be a fake gun, so no chance of there being an accidental bullet inside there. The baby is not in any danger. But it would be interesting to see like if they would take it or not. And I know that I wouldn't take that. As much as I'd want £1 million, I don't think I could kill a baby. Um, Unless, of course, it's an extremely deformed baby. If it's an extremely deformed baby and it looks like it's going to have a whole life full of problems, then yes, I would definitely kill the baby. But yes, that's I don't know. It would be interesting if they had tests like that, just to see how people react. But yeah, I like the idea of that. So you send a letter through my door, saying that you're going to pick me up in a week's time or whatever. I would like a little bit of warning, to pack my bags. Oh, I've got a headache again. And then I go to America and probably do nothing for a little while. I need to go on a holiday, maybe a really nice cruise, luxury house, just luxury cruise room, and then maybe go places. And just I would love there to be, if you could set up like just a holiday, a grand holiday where I'm guided around by some sort of tour guide and perhaps a bouncer, but these tour guides and bouncers don't know that I'm God, don't know why they're doing, or who's paying for this holiday. Just make out that they're paying a lot to treat me like like royalty, and don't say too much, because I don't want to have conversations with people who have known that I'm God for 11 years and yet refuse to talk to me, or even if it's 6 years, even if you've only known about me for 6 years, to know that you've known about me for 6 years and you've been refusing to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. I really hate you. But I want time to recover, so I need a few months to just recover. The world has known the media that are controlling everything, or controlling all the newsletters, have known about me for years and have refused to say anything. And so it'd be awful to think that that's it. On the moment you come and get me, that's it. It's all over the news. It's all. So you'd wait 11 years to hurt me, but you wouldn't wait a couple of months for me to recover. Right? That's if the media just went straight into exposing me. I feel like that's how I would see it. I would see it as the media just doesn't give one shit about me, but it gives a ton of shit about whoever has managed to stop them from putting the news into the media in the first place. So I would want a break. If you're not coming to me till the summer, then maybe the break should be a year. Maybe the break should be a year, and it should start, or maybe it should start in January. I don't really know the dates, because I don't know when you're going to start talking to me and saying that, yes, we are watching your videos, yes, we know that you're God, yes, we believe that you're Christ. I don't know when people are going to start saying that. So I can't really date set, but there should be a couple of months where I'm allowed to just experience a better life. And after I've done that, I won't want to talk or be, I won't like you, but I would be more open to talking. I'm not talking about no peace deal. There will be no peace. I want a war deal. That is what I want. I want war. I want chaos. I don't want trouble, but I do want mass. I want revenge. I want revenge. Um, so yeah, I was exposed. I went through my first awakening of knowing that I was Christ on the 13th of June. So I think on the 13th of June there should be an announcement made saying that Christ is here, or lots of people believe that Christ is here. You can talk about the celebrities, or just pick up on a few names who want to be the first to start supporting me. They could say that they believe that Christ is here, and that they're preparing for her arrival. It could be for 3 days in all the magazines, all the newspapers, all over the world. Christ is coming, Christ is coming. There's a date. A date has been set. Christ is here. That's how I'd imagine it. So for 3 days, media makes loads of reports about how there's the Illuminati believe that they found Christ, and they're going to expose that person on the 1st of July. 1st of July, I'm exposed, you see my face, there'll be a few details, but yeah, you're not really going to see too much. The second awakening that I had wasn't a quick awakening. It was like I don't even know when it started, to be honest. It probably wasn't even on the first day, but it felt like there was a slower awakening. But I felt like a gradual one. But because I'd already gone through awakening like a month before, I on the 13th of June, it felt like something was talking to me and just showing me all the strange things in my room, and then reminding me of how weird my life is, and when I was younger, all the sort of dreams that I had about wanting to judge the world, and believing that I was Sabrina, and it felt like I was having lots and lots of fast conversations in my head, and I was also getting visions of the world blowing up if I didn't do whatever the voice in my head was saying. So I don't know. I went through an extreme, like that was a really extreme wake up. That was. And then after 3 days, I kind of just told myself I'd gone mad and that it wasn't real. And then I stopped believing, and it was just like, this is crazy. I was an atheist. What's happened? And then I went back to just being an atheist for a couple of days. So I think after the 3 days, there should just be nothing in the media. Just let it settle. What's said is said. People believe something's going to happen on July. Just wait until July, and then on July, again, start revealing my face. Perhaps start talking about me in interviews, or people can start talking about me. If people know about me, they can start talking about me, but don't talk too much. Just put it in people's heads that Christ is here. And I don't know. People might start wondering why I'm not saying much, why I'm not doing much, why I'm not, they'll probably say it's a scam or a lie, because I'm not going to be saying much. I don't want the world to know me. I don't want, but I think it's a good idea to assess how people are assessing this. I want to do interviews. I think I don't even know if I want to do interviews. I don't know. I don't know. But I think there should be some sort of scheme or plan where you do set up a show, some sort of game show that's sick and looks like it's torturing me, but at the same time, I don't know how much involvement I should have in it. You know, part of me just thinks I should have absolutely nothing, and you should just let an AI version of me do everything. But it needs to be convincing that I'm a real person. I think. Do I actually need to be a real person? You know, so what if I'm just an AI that have been that they've been created that they've created with a name that seems to link to things? I don't know. Does it even matter if I'm not even a real person? But I think though, if it's to see who wants to hurt me, then I guess I was thinking maybe it could be like a different face or someone else's face or something. But at the same time, if they're saying that someone else isn't God or Christ, they're right. So it's not bad. If it's actually me and they're actually denying me, they're looking me in the eye. And not even just an AI, but if they're actually looking at me whilst I talk and denying me, then it is more personal, and saying that they don't care if I sleep in a cell in a prison cell for a week or whatever, or if they don't care if I'm tricked into eating bug juice or whatever. You know, if it's someone else that they were doing it to, if they even know if they know what they're doing, it's not even that bad. But if it's me, then it is bad because it's I'm God. They shouldn't be treating me like that. So um, I I don't know. I think that should be like that, but at the same time, I also feel highly tempted to like not want to have anything to do with it, and therefore I feel like maybe it should be an actual kidnap and force me to actually do something, even though I might be reluctant to because I don't want to work with people. But I don't know. But that could all be on the Hebrew calendar, so that's October 2nd this year. I always thought something was going to happen in September, but it's not. It's October is the Feast of Trumpets this year, so yeah, because Hebrew is code for he brew, so something you've brewed, and the show and the marriage and all that lot is just like joke that people need to create. It makes sense for that to be done on a Hebrew calendar. Um, I don't know how long the sacrifice will last. I guess that's also depending on how the audience are responding. Am I getting enough attention during the sacrifice? That's when you start revealing the angel names and you start saying that I was Aaliyah, and you start testing people to see how they feel. Get them to judge me. I need the world to judge me, but I guess the only way for them to judge me is if they actually see me and actually know me. If they're judging an AI version of me, then it's not the same because if they're saying that this isn't a real person, well, technically they're right. Whereas if I'm actually talking and they're saying that this is not a real person, well, they're wrong. Um, but I don't know. I'm feel really hot in the face. But yeah.